Ladies and gentlemen, I am Phil from RopeBreaks, and this is the one and only James Mason, technical wizard. I will say that, because your match tonight was... I love technical wrestling myself, and that was my favourite match of the night.
That's nice of you to say.
Appreciate that, mate. Honestly, it was for me to see such technical, like real British wrestling to me. That's what that is to me, and to see that it's still alive and kicking, especially with like Danny Duggan, who done excellently with you today, and I loved every single bit. I loved working the arms. I loved everything that you were doing. How long have you been doing this?
But this is my 26th year. I started in July 1993.
Wow.
And I was just 14.
So where did you debut?
A place called Worthing. I was on with a bloke called Dan Walsh. Worthing Pier Pavilion. Yeah, it was the first ever job I did.
Oh, wow, that's 1993?
93, yeah, July 93.
That was like when I was born.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm a bit amazed because it's just to see the amount of... I've seen you on other shows as well with the likes of Screwface, Mickey Long, First Class Wrestling, and they can't say enough about how amazing you actually are. And it's my first time actually being able to meet you, so I am a little bit starstruck. I'm sorry.
Don't be, mate. I'm just a bloke sweating because I've just took the ring down, so there's nothing to be starstruck about at all.
He's just took the ring down. He's like, yeah, I'll do an interview, no bother. Great.
No problem.
What did you think about this show, debut show?
Well, that's funny you say that. Somebody asked me this before the show, and I said it's hard to comment. I got here today, I saw the setup, I saw everything, and I thought, whoa, this feels like a bit special. This is going to be something. And then I watched the show, and I ain't just saying it, I'll get another job. I mean, absolutely superb. There was 3 or 4 matches on today, this lad especially. That
we've just interviewed him, Maverick Mayhew.
Everything about their match, I'd just turn my nose up, but it was just superb, you know. There's 3 or 4 matches today that was just absolutely great. And again, I ain't saying it because I don't need to. It's just great, you know. And the show sort of made sense. Maybe too many matches. I still like 4 matches and home in 2 hours later, but I've got moving the times and the crowd stayed with it the whole way. That's just brilliant. But with the setup and the organisation of today, it's such an eye-opener to me. And I'm used to seeing this in other countries. I'm not used to seeing this here, and all of a sudden I'm seeing more and more shows pop up like this, and it means everyone's got to up their game a bit. It's a bit scary, you know.
Absolutely. We would be talking. We've asked this question to everyone here. And I believe you've had some friends go to NXT UK. Yes. Is that right? Yeah. And how do you think about that? Do you think I've asked everyone the same question? Do you think it's a detriment to the scene, or is it more of a chance for everybody else to step up?
Well, what I say at the moment, when I started, I was right place, right time, so I got in the job. I was very, very lucky with good people that taught me so much. So I was lucky, and now there's a way anyone can get into the job. I believe now, if you've done X amount of training sessions, you can get into the job in some form. Not always the right way, but you can. But the opportunities now to go further and to do stuff is just fantastic. If you're good, you've got an amazing opportunity. If you're no good, you're going to be out in 5 minutes. You know, that would be realistic, but I suppose that's with any job. But at the moment, the opportunities for the wrestlers is just phenomenal. And obviously more companies coming here. The more we have here, the more spotlight on British wrestling is better for everyone involved in UK wrestling, I think. And I'm seeing a bit of a boom at the moment. I'm not involved in any of these big companies. I'm still doing my thing, so it's helping me because I'm getting more bookings elsewhere. And, so no, I think it's a great thing. I think bring it on.
Absolutely, I completely agree with you. We've asked a couple of people to do this today, and they've all done it. Yeah. Can you look down that camera and say British wrestling will be fine?
Why?
Because there's been a lot of people online have been saying these NXT UK contracts they're gonna kill the scene and all this, and we're firm believers the scene will be fine. Absolutely, and there's absolutely no problem with that. British
wrestling will be fine, and I mean that as well, because I just think all this stuff, World of Sport, World of Sport's going to come on, you're not on it, but you'd like to get the call because it's a hell of a payday, but the more focus on that, it weren't bad. I didn't think it was amazing. I think could have done this, could have done that, but you know, it was still something that was putting wrestling in the public eye, getting people to talk about wrestling, and it's just, you know, somebody said earlier, wrestling used to be that little secret that no one knew. I like wrestling, but I don't really talk about it. Now it's trendy. You can like wrestling. Now tell the world, and you know the different audiences we're getting now. We're not getting the old ladies with the handbags. We get them, but we're not just getting them. We're not just getting the kids with the foam hands. We're getting such a wide range of audience, and so the more publicity wrestling's getting, the better. And there is still a lot of shit in this country that it would be nice if we could watch that, but that's always going to happen. But luckily, the good is way overtaking any shit stuff that's happening in this country.
Absolutely. Do you have? We were just saying we've talked to El Fantasmo and things today. that the British wrestling scene, there's never been a better time, personally, that I can think of.
No, I don't agree with that at
Oh,
all.
okay,
This is,
yeah.
I mean, I won't go into loads, but for me, when I started in the job, I was at five nights a week. I had the holiday camp season went on for 9 months a year. So in that way, for me, I'm doing less jobs now. I'm still doing okay because I've got the ring and I'm doing some bigger jobs, like more money. So in a way, it's better sort of to be doing less, but more. But for me, when it was in a good way, was when I was out 5-6 nights a week. The wrestlers that was about them it was just good fun. It was a great place to be. Now it is a business. Now it's just different. So to me, it isn't the best, but for the amount of people in it now, for the amount of people that got opportunities, I suppose it is. But for me, someone who's nearly 40, who's seen ups and downs, my favourite time was when I started. Then we had another big boom about the year 2000. So I've seen it like this. I don't know where it's going now. I don't think it's going to keep rising, but for me, this ain't the best time by any means.
Is it the best for fans?
Possibly because everything's changed. Like I say, in my ideal world, I want to go back 20 odd years when Mal Sanders was on with Steve Gray, Johnny Kidd was on with Ronnie Bauer, and Nagasaki was in the main against Sinclair. That was that's what I loved. But those days are gone. So we're moving with the times. We're seeing a whole new side of wrestling. So I think for the fans that Tonight's Show. So I'm babbling now because the Tonight Show was so good. The variety on Tonight's Show was just out of this world, and which is good for me because it means I've always got a place on these type of shows because I'm only ever asked to do what I do. I can't compete with them, so it means I've always got a place. So for a fan, I suppose the fan is a real good place to be. And so I went a bit long-winded to get to that.
No, that's fine. That's absolutely not a problem.
It's great for the fans, but for every fan, 10 fans that do love it, there's going to be a fan like me that would still rather be 20 odd years ago.
But for that fan, there's you.
Yeah, and I might not get the big massive chance, but I believe when people leave, they go, well, it was good to see him, and he still had this saying. I just need to keep adding something to the show. As long as I can add something to the show, and those odd fans, 1 in 10 that want to see it, it means I've always got a job, so it's good.
Thank you so much for doing this interview. Is there anything else that you want to talk about? Have you got any shows coming up or anything else that you want to talk about?
Yeah, I mean, I've got constantly shows. I'm off to Crewe now. I'm staying in a hotel in Crewe tonight, ready for my job tomorrow. I've got shows every weekend. I'm still really busy. I'm going to Japan next month, which is a nice thing. I don't know how big that is, but that's a nice thing. And the rest of the year's looking good. I'll give me Twitter a plug, maybe.
Yeah,
I got Twitter last year, first time I've ever done anything, and I actually put stuff on myself now. I had a mate who was doing it, but now I'm giving it a little plug. Yeah, so just UK James Mason.
Absolutely. Well, we will give you a tweet, and we'll put all this on there, and you can retweet it as many times as you want and everything. Before you go, can we get a quick picture?